Hey everyone, off the Mike Sports Network here. We're previewing Week 8 in the NFL. Big game coming up on Thursday Night Football momentarily, so I want to get these picks in as soon as I can. So let's start off with the Thursday night game. Minnesota Vikings traveling here to Los Angeles to take on the Rams at SoFi Stadium. Big news for the Rams. They are going to get back both of their receivers in Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua in this game. They haven't had both of them since the first week of the season together, so this will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how Matthew Stafford plays. He's been playing fantastic so far this season, even though the numbers don't really show it. He's been really fighting a losing battle without having his full complement of receivers. Kyron Williams has been great this season. But this will be an interesting matchup and an interesting test for the Vikings coming off of their first loss of the season. The Vikings are favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take the Rams to win this game. Plus the 3. It just, the Rams are a tough team, man. And, I'm just interested to see how the Vikings finally deal with adversity, because they've been kind of teetering a little bit. Sam Darnold's been starting to show that, he's Sam Darnold. So I wouldn't be shocked to see the Vikings win, but I'll take the Rams at home plus the 3. Maybe the Vikings win this game, but I will take the Rams plus the points, and I'll lean towards the Rams winning this game outright. Eagles at the Bengals. This is a very, very interesting game. Two teams going really seemingly in different directions. You wouldn't be able to tell it with the Eagles, even though they've won 2 in a row coming out of their bye. Nick Sirianni's still the coach, so I really don't know what to. And there's 2 really bad coaches in this game. Really talented teams surrounding them. Cincinnati favored at home by 3. Cincinnati's been playing some good football. Joe Burrow quietly, because of just, the Bengals are under 500. This is who they've been because they've got a bad coach. Joe Burrow's has got 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions this season. He's been awesome this year. And he's facing an Eagles defense that's kind of underachieved this year. I will go Cincinnati at home, as much as it pains me to admit this. Listen, it's just, Philadelphia, it's really hard to trust them right now, especially with who their coach is. Jalen Hurts has kind of regressed. Really, the only redeeming quality about Philadelphia is Saquon Barkley's been fantastic this year. But Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, in the midst of all of this turmoil that's been going on in that 0-3 start, have been really sensational for the Bengals. So I will take the Bengals to win that game. Then we get to my Browns. I'll have probably a more in-depth Browns thoughts in terms of how I want to break down this game, because and what's going on in Cleveland with just a lot of stuff going on. They're playing the Ravens. The Ravens on a short week are still favored by 8.5 points on the road. This is going to be a disaster, because I talked about it on the Mad Sports Show with my guys, Danny Udolph and Andrew Marks. This might be the best Ravens team of the Lamar Jackson era. I can't stand this organization. I've hated them since their inception, but goddamn are they good. And they consistently find ways to win. Derrick Henry's leading the league in rushing by more than 200 yards. Lamar Jackson having one of his best seasons ever, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions through the first handful of weeks of the season, first 7 games of the season. 8.5 may be enough. I mean, the Browns defense can maybe keep them in this game. I don't have a whole hell of a lot of optimism with Ken Dorsey calling the plays. Maybe Jameis Winston inserts a spark, but man, this team looks hopeless, man. They look like they've checked out. And after last week with the Deshaun Watson and the thing between the fans and the players and the organization, it's a whole blown mess. I don't expect the Browns to be competitive in this game. Hopefully Jameis Winston lights a fire in this team and maybe makes something out of nothing, but the Ravens are a buzzsaw. Since they started 0-2, they're 5-0, and Lamar Jackson looks like he's going to win another MVP, and how in the world did we allow Derrick Henry to go to the Baltimore Ravens? He's like the perfect player for the Baltimore Ravens. Titans at the Lions. Lions are favored by 12 at home. Good luck to Tennessee. The Lions just coming off a massive win, handing the Vikings their first loss of the season. I got the Lions winning big in this game. It shouldn't be close. The Titans are one of the worst teams in the NFL. They're going to be looking for a quarterback in addition to the Browns in this upcoming draft. So I'll take the Lions. I'll make that pretty simple. Dolphins hosting the Cardinals. Dolphins are favored by 4 at home. It looks like Tua Tagovailoa is going to play in this game. He's not going to wear a Guardian cap, which is certainly a choice for a guy who's had multiple concussions in multiple weeks. I think the Miami will have a surge in them. But I'm going to take Arizona in this game because I really, like I said, they're a very weird team to watch, but they got some talent. And Kyler Murray, I think is going to cause some problems for this Miami defense. And Miami's favored by 4 in this game. I'll take Arizona outright in this game. I really like the Cardinals, even if it's a West Coast, East Coast. Like, Arizona has proven that, like, talent can travel, and I love Kyler Murray and the way he's been playing. First full season healthy in a while. Man, what a stinker this game is going to be. Jets at the Patriots. Patriots haven't won since week 1. The Jets are a mess. They fired the coach 1 week. They trade for Devontae Adams the next week. It's translated to 0 wins. Jets are favored by 7 on the road. They should win this game. The Patriots are not good. It's against a rookie quarterback, but anything is possible. And God help the media if Aaron Rodgers and the Jets do not win this game, because it is going to be doom and gloom if they fall to 2-6 and lose to the Patriots, who haven't won since week 1. Jets should win this game, but man, I am all here for the Patriots winning this game and the firestorm that will come out of New York if something happens here. Falcons at Bucks. They played one of the games of the year on Thursday Night Football not too long ago. This is in Tampa. Tampa coming off just a, gut punch of a loss for a lot of different reasons. They had the early lead. Then they lose Mike Evans. Then they lose Chris Godwin for the season at the end of the game, which Todd Bowles having Chris Godwin in the game. I don't know why. The Falcons quietly have been, a really good team, but they've kind of, had some questionable games of late. But they're favored by 2.5 on the road against the Bucks. I really don't know who Baker Mayfield's throwing the ball to because Mike Evans isn't going to play in this game. Chris Godwin's out for the season. My guy Jalen McMillan from Washington, it'll be nice to see him potentially get some run in this game. I think Sterling Shepard is on the Bucs. So man, it's gonna be all hands on deck for this game. But yeah, I think Atlanta wins this game. Kirk Cousins has it's really put up or shut up time for him before Michael Penix potentially gets into this game and potentially becomes the starting quarterback for the Falcons. But yeah, I'll take Atlanta to win the game. Packers having a really great season after the rough start in Brazil and then losing Jordan Love. They've been able to right the ship pretty well. This North division in the NFC is might net all the teams making the playoffs potentially if everything goes according to form. But Green Bay goes to Jacksonville. Jacksonville has been just a massive letdown. They did get the win last week in London in Wembley Stadium, so that was good for them. Green Bay favored by 4 on the road. I'm going to take the Packers, man. The Packers have been playing really well this season. Matt LaFleur, honest to God, if not for Kevin O'Connell, he might be in the running for Coach of the Year right now, or at the front of the pack, because to survive with Malik Willis for the short amount of time that they did, and now Jordan Love comes back, they look like the return to form. They're 5-2. I think they're going to be 6-2 after this game. The Jags are just not a good team. They're just not a good team. And really what that did in London against, I think it was against the Patriots last week, is they just preserved Doug Peterson's job another week. That's really what this was. He's probably going to survive the season. But yeah, I just don't have a whole hell of a lot of confidence in the Jags. Colts-Texans has all of a sudden become a really interesting game. The Colts are 4-3. The Texans are 5-2. Colts-Texans is always, when these teams are both, consistently good and playing well, has always netted out as a really good matchup. Texans are favored by 5 at home. It'll be interesting to see how Anthony Richardson plays in this game, because that's really, he's so talented, but he's such a damn roller coaster. But I net out. I go with C.J. Stroud, and I say the Texans win this game. Joe Mixon's back in the fold. Yes, losing Nico Collins, but now you've got Stephon Diggs. You've got Tank Dell. The Texans are really, really good. They're one of the best teams in the AFC. This could be close because it's a divisional game, but I have concerns about Anthony Richardson taking care of the ball in this game, so I take the Texans to win that game. Then we get to the late window. Saints taking on the Chargers at SoFi. There's going to be 2 games at SoFi, one coming up shortly, and then this one, Chargers. Obviously, the short week, that last-second loss to Arizona. It's not looking good for the Saints, man. Since starting 2-0, they're 0-5. They are not stopping anybody. They are Their offense has hit a wall. Obviously, it doesn't help that Derek Carr has been missing some games. I don't anticipate that he'll play in this one either. The Chargers should win this game. They should. They're favored by 7. Saints haven't been playing well since the second week of the season, and it's just like I basically pushed pause when the Saints started to, and I was like, listen, they're not going to be that good. This is kind of a mirage. Dennis Allen's probably going to end up losing his job out of this. They have one of the worst cap situations in the NFL, and yet they found money to re-sign Alvin Kamara. But yeah, I think the Chargers should win this game pretty comfortably over the Saints. The Saints are just not that good. And Spencer Rattler, it's clear he's not ready to start games in the NFL. He's been forced into duty because Derek Carr got injured. Bills at Seahawks. This will be a really good game. It'll be interesting to see how the Seahawks and their defense, led by head coach Mike McDonald, are able to stop Josh Allen. The Bills had that little hiccup in the middle of the season and now have kind of righted the ship with back-to-back losses. Now they're back on a roll. They're at 5-2. It's always fun to see a game at Lumen Field. Geno Smith quietly, I think, is up there near the top of the NFL in passing yardage, which is interesting. This should be a fun game, but I take the Bills to win this game. They're favored by 3. They should win this game. They're the better team. They're the better side. But the ultimate equalizer really in this is that stadium, man. Lumen Field, CenturyLink, or whatever you want to call it in Seattle. It's one of the loudest places to play. But I'll take Buffalo to win that game on the road. Panthers at Broncos. The Broncos, man, are 4-3 with a rookie quarterback who has only got 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions this season in Bo Nix. But I don't like Sean Payton, man, but the guy can coach, man. He can coach. The Panthers are starting Bryce Young in this game. Andy Dalton. The experiment ran out. They got their win, but they're going with Bryce Young in this game. But I would take the Broncos. They're favored by 10. Bryce Young has just been awful this season. It'll be interesting to see if he can come back off of the mat after getting benched 2 games into this season and deliver. But I just don't have a whole hell of a lot of optimism. I think the Broncos win this game pretty comfortably. Chiefs at the Raiders. The Raiders stink, man. They stink, man. They are not good. Chiefs are favored by 9.5 on the road. They're undefeated. They seemingly are rolling almost in spite of Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, let me point this out to you guys. And a lot of people are going to take, this is more frightening than anything else. So the Chiefs and their quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who's seemingly the best, 1,389 yards, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That is seemingly the best quarterback in the NFL. Has not played at his best, yet the Chiefs are still 6-0. I would be scared, because at some point, Patrick Mahomes is going to wake up. They get DeAndre Hopkins in the trade. The Raiders are not good. This should be a whitewash, and this might be the game that wakes Patrick Mahomes up. And we finally start to see the old Patrick Mahomes. I don't know what's been going on. I think it's just a case of the Warriors when they were winning all those championships, just kind of coasting through the season. Kareem Hunt is coming, and he has more rushing touchdowns in his short stint with the Chiefs than the Browns do have than any Browns running back does. I think it's combined rushing touchdowns by running backs for the Browns. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. So. Yeah, Chiefs should win. They're favored by 9.5. They should win this one going away. Bears at the Commanders. This was thought to be a massive matchup, but Jayden Daniels' status for this game is up in the air. The Bears are coming off of a bye. The Bears haven't won a road game, but this could be interesting whether or not Jayden Daniels plays. Because I really like what I've seen from the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams coming off of a bye. Caleb Williams going home to D.C. where he's from. This is going to be a fascinating game. Chicago's favored by 3 on the road because obviously they anticipate that Jayden Daniels is not going to be fully healthy or not going to play. If it's Marcus Mariota, I think this is an easy Bears win. I think if Jayden Daniels plays, I think the Bears still win this game. I don't care who the quarterback is. I really like the way Chicago's playing offensively and defensively. Chicago should win this game, even favored by 3. But yeah, this will be fun either way. I'm pretty optimistic Chicago wins no matter who the quarterback is. Cowboys 49ers, man, I don't know what's going on with either one of these teams. Cowboys coming off the bye. A lot of questions about where this team is. They're better away from home. They've won all 3 of their games away from home. They haven't won a home game yet. This is in San Francisco. San Francisco's 3-4. They lost Brandon Ayuk, who really wasn't having a great season to begin with. This is going to be interesting. San Francisco favored by 4.5. I'm taking the Cowboys. Off of a bye. It just feels like, and especially for some reason, they play better away from home. I'll take Dallas in this game. I'm probably going to be wrong. Sorry, Andrew. But, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I can't get a read on either one of these teams. This is a Sunday night game, but I'll take Dallas. Giants at the Steelers. Good luck to Daniel Jones. He's going to probably get destroyed in this game. Steelers favored by 6. I don't even think that's nearly enough. Russell Wilson, even though he was kind of an uneven performance against the Jets, still hit some big throws. They opened up the passing game a lot more. I like what I saw from the Steelers team, and I think the Steelers team might be heading towards the playoff berth. Say what you will about Mike Tomlin, man. I don't know what it is. He seems to be able to get it done, no matter what, even no matter the talent discrepancy. But they're better than the Giants, so they should win this game pretty comfortably. So I have the Steelers getting to 6-2 and beating the Giants pretty badly in this game. So yeah, that's week 8 in the NFL. We'll have a lot more stuff. We'll have a Browns thoughts on the current situation and the state of affairs there, and a lot of college stuff as well, some wrestling stuff as well. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.